ladies and gentlemen, your next bout of the evening is 3 5-minute rounds in the bantamweight division. Introducing your first warrior. Fighting out of the blue corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 1 win and 2 losses. He stands 170 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.3 kilograms. Representing SBG Charlestown from Ireland, give it up for Ian Concrete Cleary. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, this man's a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 3 wins and 1 loss. He stands 175 centimeters tall and weighs a ready 61.4 kilograms. Representing KHK MMA from the magnificent Kingdom of Bahrain, give it up for Hamad Magomedov. Your referee is Leon Roberts.
Just before and as Carlos was announcing Hamad Magomedov, Ian Cleary was jumping around as if he was a spring coil waiting to go, almost like he knew something.
Round, you ready to fight? You ready to fight? Bring it up.
We're underway, a touch of gloves. Cleary is in the white and red, Magomedov is in the black and grey.
Cleary light on his feet. You see Magomedov has the feet planted a little bit more. But we see this sometimes from wrestlers. Oh, big shot by Ian Cleary right down the pipe and then slips out.
Cleary is the one taking control of the centre. Showing different looks, just pulling that jab out there and looking for the low kick. Magomedov hits a nice low kick, but one was a calf kick. Beautiful shot, just it. Cleary, no, he's not going to control the dance, but nice movement by Cleary. And something you said, Phil, in the breakdown was that uppercut. He's definitely through it.
He needs to at least show Magomedov that he has the uppercut loaded, that he has the knee loaded to warn off the takedown attempts.
Magomedov just missed with that right hand, a slip on the canvas, but Cleary done well just to get his head off center line there. Cleary, that was a close call.
That was as close as can be. What you just witnessed could have ended it. What you just witnessed right there could have ended it. This fight could end at any second.
You see Magomedov almost stalking Ian Cleary, forcing him. Again, I think he's trying to force him against the cage and maybe shoot him for the takedown.
On 2 occasions, Cleary threw the right hand, and Magomedov was waiting with that right counter just as Ian dipped off to his left-hand side. Got to be careful. Magomedov potentially may have got a read there, but Cleary staying light, throwing heavy shots here.
He needs to be wary after throwing that 1-2. We just seen the feint there from Magomedov as if he was going to throw the straight to counter.
Magomedov keeping that right hand high and triggering it out. A knee could be coming there. You could see Cleary trying to potentially pull him down for the knee there. Switches to southpaw.
Oh, beautiful leading uppercut right there from Ian Concrete Cleary.
Sergio Cleary with a nice uppercut, followed by a right hand and turns Magomedov into a takedown.
That was because of the big shot that Ian Cleary landed, forcing the wrestler to clinch.
Looking for the strong underhook here and then trying to rip Magomedov up, but Magomedov gets the takedown as he normally does when he gets his 2 hands clasped.
Magomedov doing what Magomedov does best. You can see him now trying to get that hook, and now he takes the back. This is not a good position for Ian Cleary.
Ian Cleary just trying to get back up and take the back, so he's going to have to fight hands here and try separate.
Very intelligent from Magomedov. He's using the knees to the thigh to take away that spring in the step of Ian Cleary. Very smart.
Ian Cleary just trying to turn and maybe turn into Magomedov, try and separate them hands. Easier said than done on a big takedown with the hand claps again. Just shows the strength and technique of Hamzat. And this is the problem, Keurig. Ian is defending here, but as soon as that moment presents itself, the takedown comes, and Ian Cleary tries to get back to his feet, and the takedown will come again. It's an exhausting part of mixed martial arts.
One of the most dangerous times in a fight is when you're coming right off the floor. It's very, very hard to keep your opponent off your back, and Concrete was not able to do that. Brave Nation, I am not sure through the television set how much you can tell, but these knees are landing to the legs like a cricket bat.
Ian has just broke the grip briefly there in his corner, shouting for him to turn into Magomedov.
He's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to create a little bit of separation, a little bit of space and turn in. But Magomedov does what he does best and just maintains that vice-like grip and thundering those knees into the thighs.
Landed at least 20 to 25 knees And as you said, I'll take the spring out of the step, and that affects everything from movement to power generated in shots as well. So methodical work and smart work. And Cleary separates. Let's see how the arms are from grappling now. In Cleary will want to come forward.
That was huge. Ian Cleary decided no, he's not going to play a game anymore. He's going in for the kill. Swing and a miss from both men.
Ian Cleary has certainly stepped on the accelerator. He wants to get that couple of minutes back that he was stuck in the grappling exchange. Thrown plenty of feints and looks at Magomedov. Magomedov marked up underneath the left eye. Cleary is bringing the fight here.
That switch lead uppercut is working really well for Ian Cleary.
That shot looked a little laboured, Cleary, coming from Magomedov. Potentially the gas tank could be lowering here for the fighter.
It's not the gas tank, but his bell got rung. When your bell gets rung, 5 to 10 seconds you'll be fine, but for that 5 to 10 seconds, you're not.
Nice teeth to the body in between Magomedov there, but Cleary is really trying to put the brace on his opponent. Excellent work, but big kick back by Magomedov. That was like a baseball bat.
That's the difference in the style of kicks. Ian Cleary's kicks are landing, but Magomedov's kicks are digging into Ian Cleary. That's the difference maker.
It's almost like Magomedov is trying to kick the person beside you and kick through you. But a nice mark under that left eye. There's your 10-second clocker.
Ian Cleary might try and land something big here in the closing stanzas.
Impressive by Cleary after the separation to let Magomedov know he's in it. He's in a fight here, and he's going to put the fight to him and put pressure on him. An excellent opening round here in the bantamweight division. But Ian Cleary, a big fight, a big opportunity against a high-level fighter. How comfortable do we feel after 5 minutes in the cage, Phil?
Well, he's now felt the power, he's now felt the strength of Magomedov. But he's bound to take confidence from the closing stanzas right there. He landed big shots. Again, that lead uppercut was beautiful. I'd like to see him maybe follow that up with a straight down the pipe.
Let's check out a little bit of action in the first round. And there was the switch of stance to southpaw on that lead uppercut, Kieran. Beautiful work by Cleary.
It was indeed. One of the newest developments in this sport is shifting, is going from an orthodox stance to a southpaw, and you just saw an absolutely multiple examples of it.
Beautiful, both fighters throwing, and both fighters are throwing fight-ending shots here in exchange. That's a baseball bat slap that we just heard coming to the end of the round, but Owen Roddy would be happy with his fighter. What advice would he be giving, do you think, in that corner, Phil?
Try and maintain the distance as much as possible. Use your jab as a little bit more of a rangefinder, and then once you've kept that jab in the face, then fire off your heavy shots.
Stay right there, beyond that line.
Ian Roberts just making sure the fighters are ready to go for the second round. The cage door is closed and made a
Okay, second round, you ready? You ready?
Recommence.
Cleary trying to find that range, find that jab out. Oh, he gets caught beautifully. Magomedov just lands the shot and cuts the angle to get away.
I like what Cleary's doing with the head movement here. He's showing little feints and keeping that head off center line. Just got caught there, looking for that flying knee again.
Cleary's guard's a little bit higher now. He's boxing a little bit more intelligently. I like what I'm seeing. Needs to be careful not to drop the hands when he throws that inside leg kick. There's potential there for Magomedov to land a big looping overhand.
It's almost like Magomedov is waiting. He's sussing out what Cleary's doing in the second round here. He hasn't put out much output himself. Cleary looking for that lead uppercut, switching southpaw stance yet again. But back to orthodox, and now Magomedov throws his first.
Nice combination and digs right into the body.
Beautiful work by Cleary, starting to get comfortable in there, and yet again turns Magomedov into that wrestler. But as we see that takedown, do you really want to turn that man into that wrestler? Looking inside control here, Magomedov. This is not where you want to be.
He just ties his opponent up beautifully. He's got that cradle position right now, which completely immobilizes the hips of Ian Cleary.
Cleary is looking just to try maybe get an underhook here and recover maybe full garbats as well, but easier said than done with Magomedov looking to be on top.
And Gamzat Magomedov is happy to sit in this half-guard position, the anchor position if you will, and land his strikes from there.
And this is the frustrating part of the fight, I think, for Cleary. He was having success on the feet in both rounds, and when Magomedov gets the distance close, he gets it down to the man, and you find yourself grappling and defending for your life. But good work sliding. He's almost inside the Turkish using that head position just to anchor down and put all his weight on Cleary, make him carry it.
Gamzat does not employ an orthodox jiu-jitsu approach or go through an orthodox hierarchy of positions. He's a wrestler. This is riding. It can take all kinds of different forms. He's completely happy to be here in top half guard.
And what this also does, gentlemen, is it's going to zap the gas tank of Ian Cleary. It's going to deplete him because he's the one putting in all the work. He's the one engaging his muscles to try and get out of this position.
Then if we do get back to the feet, gentlemen, Ian Cleary might be a little bit trigger shy to pull the trigger on attacks because he knows Magomedov is going to change levels and look for that takedown. He's sitting in half guard now, this position, and Cleary trying to do a little bit of fighting from the bottom, but his corner just asking him to make the adjustments on bottom. And but Phil, what does he do from this position with such an elite grappler above him? How does he get out of here?
He's doing the right thing by turning to one hip and trying to slide out, create a little bit of distance, even retain guard. I'd like to see him be a little bit more active with the hips, maybe get that foot on the hip of Magomedov, push away to create a little bit of distance.
Magomedov, although he's in a good controlling position, he hasn't thrown much shots down on top of Cleary. It's purely being grappling. Clearly trying to scoot his hips to get back to the cage. He needs to be careful of giving up that back like as he did in the first round, but good work by the Irishman to get it back to the cage wall here. As he stands straight away, not a problem for Magomedov. He says, you want to stand, I'll take your back. That's what he's done, and now it's a battle of hands yet again.
We're seeing a repeat of what happened in the opening stanzas of this fight. We're seeing Magomedov with that body lock, crunching in those knees, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a high elevation takedown coming from Magomedov.
Magomedov is just making adjustments. He's going back to them heavy knees on the left thigh of Cleary. Cleary switches sides. That could, although he's looking to potentially come more quick there, but he might be just trying to give his left thigh a break and turn it the other way, Phil.
Needs to try and dig in for an underhook. Needs to turn in, dig in for his underhook. But you can see now he's blocking those knees, which means that they're starting to cause him damage.
Magomedov, great head position and just control of his opponent. And this is something you see, the high-level grappling that is Hamad Magomedov. And it's just so difficult for the opponents to get out of there. But that's the puzzle that you have to solve. You have to stop this. You know he wants to grapple. You know he wants to take it down. Your job, Kirk, is to stop it.
It is indeed. In order to reach the highest levels of mixed martial arts, you either have to have tremendous wrestling or be able to deal with tremendous wrestling. Cleary clearly is hitting heavy and hard on the outside, but he doesn't yet have an answer to the wrestling game.
Again, it's just the constant pressure. He's constantly making Cleary carry his weight, leaning into him all the time, just emptying the tank and taking its toll. Cleary landing some shots, looking to maybe explode and turn, but again, Gamzat just makes the adjustments, looking to pick that ankle, and good work by Cleary dropping down, but again, the ankle pick is going to work. We're going to run out of time in the second round, but wrestling, as we say, has been winning this fight so far for Hamad Magomedov. Ian Cleary's going back to his corner. What advice, Kirk, if you were in that corner, what advice are you giving Ian Cleary?
Get on that bicycle. He's got to use side-to-side movement, and he's got to pop in and out. If he simply stalks forward, he's going to get put on his back again, and it won't be pretty.
Again, plenty of success for Cleary in the round on the feet. It's just so difficult. As we see here, the exchanges got beautiful distance, got his head off center, lands and digs to the body. Bass rooting is smiling somewhere. And that's where the hand went up. He got a little happy with his work. Beautiful shot. We've seen that again. That is a beautiful shot. But he almost got comfortable on him, controlling the fight here, turned the wrestler into wrestling mode, and that's where the fight took place for the rest of that round, Phil.
Well, that's what we see with Magomedov. He has the type of skill set with that wrestling that he can dictate where the fight goes. If he wants to keep it standing, he can. If he needs to take the fight to the ground, as we've seen, he can and he will.
Magomedov will be happy to continue the fight as it's gone with that grappling, but Ian Cleary, potentially, Kieran, does he need a finish to finish this fight to get the victory?
There's the oldest saying in mixed martial arts, never leave it in the hands of the judges. Nobody knows what's on those judges' scorecards, including these two fighters.
Gentlemen,
I think they're both going to fight hard, just as they have been.
Ian Cleary looks fresh, as does Magomedov, coming into the third and final round here of BRAVECF Combat Federation 24 London. Hope you're enjoying the fight thus far. Big third round needed here, you feel, for the Irishman.
Ian Cleary really needs to turn the pressure up, maintain that distance. He can't get caught admiring his shots. He needs to land his shots, move, try and land more.
Beautiful right kick to the body by Magomedov. And again, it's a baseball-like sound cracking off the ribs of Cleary, but Cleary wears it well. Switches to southpaw yet again, giving the different looks to Magomedov. You can tell him Magomedov is just waiting for Cleary to come at him to change levels and drop.
I'm not inside Magomedov's head, but I believe he may be trying to get some ring time here. He knows where his wrestling is. It's at a world-class level. There he goes for it.
Big sprawl by Cleary. But Magomedov slowly just rips that leg in. Cleary's doing well. He needs that big sprawl again here, though. He's got it. This could be vital if he can survive it. Stops the takedown, Phil. That's big, but he's locked up against the cage where we've seen Magomedov have success in round 1 and 2 previously.
I'd like to see Magomedov in on a single again. Just needs to. But he's going to try and elevate the beautiful work. And this is again, it's what we've seen in rounds 1 and 2. We've seen Magomedov impose his superior wrestling, land his strikes, and just tiring Cleary out.
Cleary does well to get back up, but it's that battle of hands as well. He needs to separate the hands of Magomedov, turn him. He's got to throw the kitchen sink at him, and he will. You'll see him, I'm sure, if we separate, go at him and really try to make this a fight. But so far, he cannot solve this puzzle, this vice-like grip that is Gamzat Magomedov.
Solid takedown there from Magomedov. He clings to you like glue. His chest is essentially buried into either your back or buried into your chest. And the only time you really can move is into another disadvantageous position.
But every time he gets taken down, Cleary is trying to get back to his feet every time. He's not giving up the position. He has not given up the fight. He's got just over 2.5 minutes to turn this one around. But he is really trying to break that grip. But each time he does, Magomedov changes to something else, picks that ankle, and now goes in on a single. It's almost like he knows what you're about to do, and he's 1 or 2 steps ahead in the grappling exchanges.
He does indeed, and making Cleary's job even harder is this cage wall in front of us. The classic way to break from a back body lock is to control the hands and sag the hips away from the body. But with a cage there, that's impossible.
That's what Magomedov's doing. The fight IQ to just hold Cleary up, lean on him, because he knows it's winning the fight.
And the impetus really is on Cleary to do something here. Magomedov's happy to stay in this position. He's essentially accumulating points with his control. Cleary really needs to find the energy from somewhere to break that vice-like grip of Magomedov and return it to where he was having his most success was in the stand-up rail.
Cleary looking to explode and get up, but Magomedov follows. Excellent work by Magomedov. He can be nothing but impressed by the grappling. Elite level grappling. And again, there it is. Switches to the single. Looking to pick the ankle. Cleary stops it. Elbows could be there for Cleary when the head is down low. He separates. Big shot landed. But Magomedov, Cleary wore it.
And again, it shows the intelligence of Magomedov to separate momentarily, land his strikes, and then straight back in for the takedown.
Downward elbows here, but you have to be selective of where you're aiming. But there's a short elbow by Cleary, and good spot. Just the cage is stopping him, Cleary. Every time he kicks his legs out to sprawl down hips, the cage is just blocking him. Just under a minute to go in the third and final round. Cleary is going, he's trying everything. What else can he try here for?
As you say, he's tried essentially everything, but he's trying to use the cage wall to try and get to his feet. But we see Magomedov triangling the legs to try and elevate them slightly. Because if your feet are above your head, you're immobilized.
Back to the feet, looking to separate Cleary. He's going to have to throw everything. He's got the separation. Here's the lotto ticket. Buy the ticket, pointing the ground, land the shot. Cleary coming out.
Oh yeah, Cleary wants it. He's calling on Magomedov. He wants a firefight.
Magomedov finds the turn. Big right up by Cleary. Magomedov backs off.
Cleary wants it.
Change of levels, but Magomedov has probably won the fight, but Cleary was calling him on. Landed a big shot and it looked like a rough Magomedov. That grappling, Phil Campbell. Incredible.
It showed how intelligent Magomedov was right there. Because he wasn't going to get drawn into a firefight. Knowing how dangerous Cleary is, he done the right thing. He fighted his time. Eventually wrapped up the fight with a basic breakdown.
I guess we know who won this fight, but I want to give a huge shout out to Cleary. Hungry hands, strong body, and an indomitable will.
Big performance on the debut against an opponent.
it up for these two warriors. What a fight! After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards. 2 judges scored about 30-27, and the last judge scores about 29-28. For your winner, by unanimous decision, out of the red corner, from Cage MMA and Russia, Gamzat.